And he's already declared the flag bearer. Okay.
We're done, okay.
That headgear and supply it. Okay. But my brother, are you one of us?
PLU is working with NRM.
But he was speaking when I was not there. No, but it's okay. You sit here. Then I sit in the middle.
Antima, you can also.
I think it's a general one, but for WESTNILE, if you can single out a few of the points where you think they're worth celebrating as a secretary.
There are quite a number. We can speak on and on about WESTNILE, but for starters, by 1986, WESTNILE had very few districts. And these districts, you could even mention them. There was Moyo, there was Arua, there was Nebi. How many were there? Three. And then Ajumani was in Moyo. Ajumani was under Moyo. Now under NRM now we have more than 10 districts in WESTNILE. 13. There are 13. These are administrative structures to enable the population of WESTNILE be served by central government well. By 1986, there was no tarmac road that linked WESTNILE to the rest of the country. Now, I'm sure when you are coming to WESTNILE, you drove on a very good tarmac from Kampala up to Koboko, up to Oraba border. Yay. We are even connecting from Koboko, Yumbe, Moyo, up to Ajumani, connecting Atiak to Nimule Road. There is another connection that we've been talking about from Pakwach, Panyimu, Goli, through Dei to Vura, near here. So there are a lot we are talking about WESTNILE. By the time NRM came in 1986, all the people you see around here, the homes were not there. People had moved to Congo and to South Sudan because of insecurity. For many of you who are young, might not know the history of Uganda, this was a front line. This area was a front line. The front line because it was the government of the day that was hunting the citizens. That was how ironic it was. And so the citizens had to go to exile to Eastern Congo and South Sudan. And this area was just a battleground. There was nothing here. But by 1986, when NRM government started engaging the population and engaging the security situation, now we speak of peace and stability in WESTNILE. We can now even speak about the households we know in WESTNILE. We are speaking about PDM that has taken root in WESTNILE. We are speaking about schools that have taken root in WESTNILE. We are seeing a place which used to be a war zone as a host zone for refugees. So these are the gains we are speaking about. And so we are speaking tangible things. We are not just speaking off-cuff. We are speaking tangible things. By 1986, WESTNILE was completely cut off from the national grid. There was even nothing to talk about power. I think the people of WESTNILE were using generators, and those who are rich would use generators, and a few would use maybe solar. But all institutions of government, everything was shut down. There was no power. But now we are generating electricity. There is a Nyagak power station which is generating electricity in WESTNILE here. We are now connected WESTNILE to the national grid, as you all know. All the districts of WESTNILE have been powered. Sub-counties have electricities. So we can speak on and on and on. Now, these are the gains we are protecting. That we do not want any amateur to come and mess up the foundation we have created for WESTNILE and Uganda at large. And if you don't know, this election is about protecting what Ugandans have been able to achieve over the years. In all the regions, we can speak about what we are speaking about in WESTNILE. So that is what we are celebrating. Ours is not a campaign. Ours is a celebration. Yes.
Honorable, you have spoken of the good road from Kampala to Koboko, but you have left out, can the party make that?
When we were in Zombo, the president spoke about that road. We know it. I can give you all the names of the roads in the region. We spoke about the road from Pakwach, Panyimu, Dei, Goli. From Goli, Paida, Vura to Arua. That's what I was talking about. And in the president's speech, he talked about that being worked on in 2 phases. There are 2 contractors going to work on that road. Then he also mentioned the road from Pakwach through Madiokolo, where we were last time in Madiokolo, and connects to Obongi along the Nile up to Moyo. And then there is one that connects from where we were to Arua here through Ragem. So we know these areas, and then the roads are all being worked on. That one is for reconstruction.
Yeah.
And we are aware of the situation. And the reason is the road did not go bad because it was not it was underutilized. It was heavily utilized. Because for your information, that road that you are speaking about feeds 2 countries with the goods and services. The load on the road is heavy. Trucks going to South Sudan, trucks going to DRC Congo, they all pass through that same road, and then passengers also use the same road. And in the wisdom of NRM, the national chairman is guiding that for goods and services, we need to build railways so that we offload the roads from heavy trucks. Because these heavy trucks are damaging the roads we have been able to construct. And that is what we are moving into. But already this is under rehabilitation. We are strengthening the road and widening it a little to make it, at the moment, accommodative for all the trucks. And I think that is something that we all know. And for those of you who might be young, by 1986, one would spend close to, if not 2 weeks, traveling from Arua to Kampala.
Correct.
I lived in Arua in 82, 83. I was a student in Arua Hill Primary School. And for people to book a bus from Arua to Kampala, you book a month in advance.
Yeah.
There were few buses that would move with all the challenges along the roads. But under NRM, you take a day, you're in Kampala, few hours. In the past, the people from Arua reaching Kampala, they would start washing their faces before reaching town because of the dust from West Nile. But now you even can wear a suit and you reach Kampala when you're clean. Now they sound simple, but real achievements. Our focus now is to make sure that the households are empowered enough to be able to use all these facilities we have put around. And then the issue of peace, which is paramount. Politics about persuasion. And for you, our challenge in the multi-party dispensation that we are implementing is that we transited from the movement system to a multi-party dispensation without proper guidelines to parties, how parties should conduct their internal activities. And therefore, we moved into a multi-party dispensation with the characteristics of the movement system, where individual merit was pronounced. Now, people move to a political party situation with the individual characteristics, not party characteristics. And so we are blending individual interests vis-a-vis party interests. We went for primaries, regardless of how the primaries were. There were tribunals that were set to listen to all complaints and petitions. Tribunals gave their reports, and therefore we gave list of those who qualified to be flag bearers. Now, if the party has reached that level, that they are now flag bearers, well knowing that there were internal struggles among our members, then you, as a member of the party, you must now listen to the party call that everybody must now rally support behind flag bearers, regardless of your personal differences with such a flag bearer. And that is what we are trying to help. And I'm sure that was in the spirit of which the president called them for a meeting, and he guided them in that same direction. So we shall continue engaging them and talk with them to realize that the party is bigger, and this is now a campaign for the flag, not even for an individual. You saw the president giving flags to flag bearers. He was not showing the individuals that so-and-so is our flag bearer. No, the president is introducing the flag to the people, that our flag is this, and the person going to hold this flag is so-and-so. So the flag is the issue we are talking about.
Some are even claiming some support.
I'm not aware. I don't know.
Those are your words.
Those are yours. I'm not aware. Okay. Arua, close.
Can you just have some eulogies for the late?
The president's support in West Nile sub-region has been incremental. Right from the time the multi-party system came in power, the people of West Nile gave him like 53% of their votes. That was in 1996. And from that time on, we have been increasing our votes. The last election, we went to 67%. But I can assure you, in this election, like never before, from the turn-ups and from the way we speak to the people and the response of the people, we are destined to get 93%. And this has been surveyed. I'm just not throwing figures. This has been surveyed by the West Nile effort from Museveni team that has done it previously. This is a mobilization team that does the mobilization in the entire country. In the last election, I took them to meet the president, and we gave the predictions. And they assured the president that we'll get 67%, and exactly we got 67%. So the reason why we predict that we are going to give President Museveni 93% as follows. Number one, West Nile has been in darkness from the time of creation of the world. But President Museveni promised the people of West Nile that he will connect us to the national grid. Now, because of lack of electricity, our people have been saying, why is it that all the other parts of Uganda have reliable electricity and West Nile does not have electricity? So we did the groundbreaking in the last election, and as I speak, West Nile has been connected to the national grid. The team that is now going to connect this electricity to the rural areas are already working through Ministry of Energy. So that excitement alone has made the people to believe that President Museveni would work and is a good leader. But the big one is here. The people of West Nile have had the president coming out of West Nile in the names of President Idi Amin. They still had that thinking in their mind that President Museveni will not forgive them for the wrongs that they say that Idi Amin committed. So they have been living in fear in the beginning, and that's why they were not giving the votes. And even those who fought President Museveni through those small, President Museveni's government through the small rebel groups, now they are known as ex-servicemen. You call them the Bamuze Group, West Nile Bank Front, all those groups. They were not yet comfortable, and yet they have a big following in West Nile. So the minute President Museveni started compensating them, and he's given them money to the tune of 17 billion out of a total of 26 billion. The people have made up their mind, and those ex-servicemen are talking to the people and telling the people of West Nile, get out, go and support President Museveni. He's a good leader. He's not vindictive. We fought against him. We fought his government, but he has kept us here. Not only has he kept us and not taken us to prison, but he's even compensating us for fighting him and fighting his government. So because of that, they're mobilizing their people. So we're having an organic mobilization. These rallies that we've had in West Nile, we've never had them. I have been here mobilizing in West Nile from the time that I became of age. I'm telling you, this is the first time that we are seeing extremely huge rallies coming for President Museveni in West Nile. And I want to give this assurance that it will translate into votes of 93%. The other thing which touches the lives of the women, which has made the women themselves to come out. Although they've always been supporting him, but they were living under the fear of their husbands, because men have a big stake in our lives here. They control us. If the men tells you, even if a woman is running after a candidate, but the husband on the last day will say, you cannot vote, you will not vote. The men have come out to support President Museveni. The women, the fact that they've benefited together with their husbands, and are moving as a one entity through PDM, Paris Development Model, which has been given to them. They say they have never touched the money from any government in their life. Even when their own son was the president, they did not get money from that government. President Museveni has given money for them to secure their families, for them to be able to feed their families, for them to be able to start their own businesses. Our people naturally are business-oriented people. All of them do business. West Nile is known for business, so, which is largely trade. So they've used this money very well, and it has transformed their lives to a large extent. But they hope and the message of President Museveni that he wants to get them out of poverty. Nobody wants to stay in that poverty. If you move around, you see so many of West Nilers in grass-thatched houses. But the message of hope is from President Museveni that even those grass-thatched houses, we are going to remove them. But how do we remove them? By empowering these people, household income. And that household income is through the Wealth Creation Funds, PDM, which he has already given out, and it's going to continue giving out to them. Even this financial year, it's going to give more money to all the parishes in this place. And through Imyoga, the Wealth Creation Fund, so the people are seeing real change. At first they were saying, the electricity is for other people who are rich. The road is for those people who have money. But now, President Museveni's government has touched their lives through PDM, through Imyoga. So why can't they support him? Those are some of the reasons as to why the people of West Nile this time have turned up in big numbers and are happy to support him. Has also promised our people that we are going to construct industrial parks in the region. The biggest challenge among the young people, just like it is in other parts of Uganda, is youth unemployment. Now, ours is coupled with the fact that because of the war, our people were displaced and they went to Congo and went to South Sudan. So the people have come back but not well educated. So through industrialization, we have an industrial park in Nebi, we have an industrial park in Yumbe, we have an industrial park in Koboko, we have an industrial park in Madiokolo. Those are 4 industrial parks with electricity connected here. Feasibility study is already done. We are going to now attract investors to come to West Nile. West Nilers are very energetic people. Those who have factories will testify that they have had to get labor from West Nile and take them all the way to Lugazi. If you go to Lugazi, 90% of the people who are working in Lugazi, Kakira, Kinyara, they are actually people from West Nile and all these other factories, because the West Nilers are hard-working people. So for them, they know that this is work that they're going to use their hand, and through industrialization, they're going to get employment opportunities, and that's why the young people are coming and running after President Museveni and rallying their support for President Museveni.
Thank you, Honorable.
Luganda, I don't